All right, there we go. Oh man, I didn't see that. My bad. So there we go. Welcome to the show. This is Montez at midday. I'm your host, Dre Montez, and we're being brought to you by a title sponsor, the Weed Squad St. Louis. What up, the Weed Squad St. Louis? To get a complete listing of all of the sponsors of the show, feel free to visit www.dremontez.com. But as I was saying, let's get hydrated here. Oh, moonshine mason jar. All my moonshine people, where you at? Moonshiners in the building. Moonshiners. Kind of fell in love with that moonshine my days as a truck driver. Breaker one night. Then on the softball circuit as well, but North Carolina moonshine, you know how you rank in my heart. Memphis, okay, I get you. I get you, Memphis. I get you. South Carolina, come on. Mississippi. That crooked letter. They know how to make that moonshine too. What's your favorite when it comes to moonshine? I'm not talking about that shit you can buy in the store either. I'm talking about that one you get behind the shed, out in the field. Turn your lights off. You're not driving now. You're going to walk down here. Matter of fact, you're not coming up here. We'll bring it to you. That type of moonshine. Oh, I love the days of the corn moonshine. Oh, moonshine. Where it's at? Where it's at right there. Man, oh man, it is way back Wednesday edition of the show. And Happy New Year to you. How long are you supposed to say Happy New Year? Until you see that person. Until you see that person. That's my belief. Until you see that person. Now, if it goes beyond that, I mean, that's between you and your people, your crew, whatever it may be. But I think that is pretty much it right there when it comes to those, I guess, situations when you're thinking about how long you should say Happy New Year of that level, some kind of way. .com. Somebody's got to say it or be about it. My man Demetrius out there, Raz. My man Raz, Demetrius Parsons. He got this man that made a movie. Told you he's gonna make a movie. Then created this great underground opportunity for music artists out there right now. That's the thing right now, man. If you're in the music, there is no more reason you should be telling somebody, yo, I'm working on, I'm trying to get my come up on. There's so many platforms out there right now. If you're a musician, you're an artist, can you still say rapper? If you're in the music industry and you still trying to fight and struggle to get other people to hear your shit other than your family, your girl and your boy, there are different platforms out there for you. 10 years ago, you had to go through a whole lot to glitch you so people could hear your music. I think today it's even easier to hear your music heard than ever before. As I said before, I think this is the year, well, not a year, this is the right time to do anything you want with. And you can be who you are. You don't have to change yourself. You don't have to switch up your vernacular, your enunciation, change your attire, pretend you live here, pretend you live there. I think now you can be who the fuck you want to be and just be yourself and be successful and be great. I think right now is that time for sure. And there are different platforms out there to help you perpetuate your career, your ambition, your drive, whatever it may be. But more importantly, you have to be in control of this ship, this voyage. If you're not in control, just go on social media anyway and see what happens when you're not in control. It can be easily lost, as well as you understanding what you are into. But a few things have happened that made me think about today in terms of way back Wednesday. But before then, happy birthday to you. Today's your birthday. You're celebrating a celebration today. Congratulations. Anniversary. Happy anniversary. You just got your first paycheck with your bonus on there. Huh? How we feel now? We all right? We made it? Huh? We got our chest out. We getting a sandwich with extra patty. We getting the cheese we want on our fries. Today is that day. You're getting that vehicle. The one you've worked your ass off for that nobody knows about it. Go get it. You got it. Go get it. This is it. I want you to know we're there for you. And we're supporting you on all levels that there is to support a person on right there when it comes to that. Because right now, I think, when you're trying to go through it and put it together, man, look here. It is on a whole new level when it gets to that point right there. When you recognize that, boom, that's where it is right there. Boom, where it is. Shout out to the family. Shout out to the family. Oh, shout out to the family. That is. That dub blocking the family. There it is. Shout out to my people. My peoples. My peoples. My peoples. My peoples. All right, here we go. High fives. Chest bump. Let's hug it out. I'm telling you, hugging yourself every day. I think that's key, man. Just hug yourself. Just get in there for that real thing and feel it. The movies lied to you. There's nobody there to hug and kiss you every day you leave the house. There's no dog. There's no kid. There's no woman. There's no man. Let's be real. It's just you. So what does it take for you to do this? Leaving the house, you better hug that thing on out. Hug that thing on out. Get in there for the real thing. Squeeze it. Grab your own ass. Lift up on your own butt cheek. Oh, man. Way back Wednesday has me thinking. I shared this documentary that I witnessed that I think, at some point we all share things that we've watched or listened to or heard or read. We want other people to see it too. And I have to be careful sometimes because the things I watch sometimes are, look here. Look here. Clear your history every day because you never know what could happen. But your history sometimes could, but when it comes to just sharing information, I'm with that. And this latest documentary that I saw, The Sit-In, it happened in 1968. And I'm going to talk to my man, Jim, Man Cave president, the Napa Auto Parts Salesman of the Year, Jim. And I'm going to talk to TJ, old Man Cave member himself as well. Them like our two oldest members of the Man Cave. No jokes here aside. True story. These guys are both old as fuck. But they bring a lot to the table. And I want to question these guys about this documentary, about an actual thing that happened in 1968, the week of February 5th through February 9th. Something very interesting and special happened that week in television. Johnny Carson had the Tonight Show. But that week, Harry Belafonte was the host. Harry Belafonte, an African-American man, hosted the Tonight Show for a week in 1968. That's 2 years before I was born. I don't know how many of you have heard of this. What aspect did you hear? What did you get out of this? But here it is, 2022. In hearing this, and this documentary is now out for you to check out. It's called The Sit-In. It is it's very deep. It's 11 o'clock at night. A black man was on TV talking to white people in 1968. This is during protests, riots on war and peace, civil rights movement. All that is going on. Kind of like what we got going on today, huh? Harry Belafonte was right there. Then we had to go from 1968 to how long was it? When Arsenio Hall got on TV. That's how long it had been since a brother had been on TV at nighttime. And since Arsenio, talk to me. Mm-hmm. Talk to me. Mm-hmm. It's called The Sit-In. It's about what happened in 1968. Johnny Carson, The Tonight Show, for 1 week, February 5th to February 9th, 1968, Harry Belafonte was the host. I don't even want to explain you on the guest list. I don't even want to explain to you on the guest list. This guest list is redonkulous. Redunculous, this guest list that he had. And this man was his own booking agent, so to speak, too, because he knew these people. Many of you probably saying, who the hell is Harry Belafonte? Kamina bananda, iman me wanna go home. Hey, dizeze. Another song which lyrics I will wretched, but you know what I'm talking about. From Beetlejuice, the Banana Boat song, Cher Belafonte, Harper's daddy. That man. And Harry was good on camera, off camera, being an activist, being a spokesman. He had the Swiss Army knife attitude, personality. He had it all. He had that swag, that chin, that look. He could put a suit on and just hurt the game. But that guest list, I don't want to spoil it for you. If you have any streaming service, whatever you may have, it's called The Sit-In. And it's telling you the story of how it even came together. The guest list, just can I tease them with the guest list just a little bit? No, I'm not going to tease you with the guest list. No. But check that thing on out. The Sit-In, 1968, February 5th to February 9th. What a tumultuous time for African-American men, especially. But so many things from 68 kind of coming to light again. Whether you're in sports, politics, religion, or entertainment, it is being talked about again. And here's one on my list that I really want to talk about. I've seen a lot of documentaries that deal in myth, controversy, or true life. But these new ones that I've been seeing about the social media people solving crimes, fascinating. It's fascinating when people that work from home, stay at home, don't leave the house at all. There's nothing wrong with that. They're happy, healthy people. They're fine. It's just the way they want to live their life. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's one I want to put out there for the people. I want to go back to April 2nd, 1995, here in St. Louis, Missouri. I want to go back to that time. Anybody have an idea what possibly happened on April 2nd, 1995? Anybody have a clue? And it took place at Kill Center. Oh, it was a sporting event. We all know that. It was the McDonald's All-American game that took place here. And here's what I want to find out. Who stole them fucking jerseys before the game? And how many of you had the audacity enough to wear one of the jerseys that was stolen to school the next week? Who did it? Does anyone have any of the jerseys that were stolen still? Now, I'm not going to tell you how many jerseys were stolen. You know, that's part of the investigation of the online investigators should do. But I want to encourage the online investigators out there, wherever you may be at. If you're listening to this, I appreciate it. But I want to start an online investigation. Who stole those jerseys? Who stole the jerseys of the McDonald All-American team from the West? Who did that? That was a game at KG, 18-11, 4 assists, 3 blocks, I believe he had too. Yeah, 4 assists, 3 blocks, 18 points, 11 rebounds. We all know what happened to anything is possible at that KG. But let's get back to the crime that happened with those jerseys stolen from the West team. Was that a local inside thing? Was that a gang initiation then? I mean, at that time, the gang situation in St. Louis was a little different than it is today. But I want to know, how many of you have a little inside intuition on these jerseys? Like, with Dre, my cousin, nope. And his boy, Terry G, they were all on top of that. Do I know people like that? Do I know somebody that actually know what happened to these jerseys that were allegedly stolen at the McDonald's All-American game in St. Louis, 1995, April 2nd at the Kill Center? Yeah. Is that the reason we can't have nothing good here in St. Louis? Talk to me. I feel like when Beverly Hills Cop 3. Everybody go on, Max done fucked up for everybody. We had that situation because of the McDonald's All-American game. But I really want to get the internet trolls, the detectives. We're going to find out who stole these damn jerseys and actually how many jerseys were stolen. And did they, excuse me, and did they ever try to return the jerseys at all? Or is this all just a big damn myth? Dre, nobody steal them damn jerseys. Well, I have to say bullshit. I mean, at that time, St. Louis was pretty out there then. It was pretty out there at that time. Y'all think now we out there, 95? Wow, it was rough. It was rough. But what happened to those jerseys at the McDonald's All-American game? Talk to me. Again, if it's your first time tuning in, thank you. Happy New Year. Speaking of thank you and Happy New Year, welcome back, Friendlies in South City. Welcome back, Friendlies in South City. Amazing staff, people, and good food in the new year. They have so many much more things coming to you to serve your way as well. And also, don't forget, you can follow us on our social media platforms on Instagram, Who's to Blame the Podcast, Twitter at W2B Dre Montez, as well as YouTube Dre Montez, TikTok Dre Montez 63, and also don't forget to follow us on our website www.dremontez.com. We have a donation button on the page as well. If you'd like to make a donation to the show, it would be greatly appreciated. It is $ Dre Montez 314. And also, if you would like to do some marketing or advertising with the show, you can reach out to me through that way and contact me. Or if you have an event you just want to promote or market, you can contact me and I will send you an email and bring you here on the Montez at Midday Show. You get a chance to talk about your event coming up. So contact me and we'll get you all set up on that as well. So there's all kind of things and ways to get out there and show people what you're working on. What's your path? What's your passion? What your name is, Sunshine. That's what I'm saying. All right, kids. I have been watching the progression on things. You know, there's a better way to do this. There's a better way to do that. And I'm seeing this here now with the transformation of the drug dealer. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I mean, it is really, they have really stepped their game up as opposed to the 80s and the 90s. In my age bracket, the recruitment years. The older I get, the more I think about this. The reason that the drug dealers could never get me, I didn't like the hours. Didn't like their work uniform. No. I'd go play ball. No. The consequences, no. But those that did in the 80s and 90s, I appreciate y'all. You had friends that sold drugs, you know, on their day off, you were there. You had 2 combo meals because of them, and there was no issue. Those were the days. You know, if one of your partners sold drugs, they day off or they payday was different than anybody else's payday. Think about it. I mean, he took 10, 12 people to Six Flags in 2 cars. I mean, that was unheard of back then for a 15 or 16-year-old doing that for his friends. But we greatly appreciate things like that. But the drug dealer in the 80s and the 90s that I was around, it was more of the hours, but I couldn't get down with that. No, I ain't like the hours, and the uniforms were atrocious. No, couldn't do it. But today's drug dealer, they are hilarious. They are. I swear. You ever been around them, but they don't know that you know what they do, and they try to make it sound something totally different? I mean, there is no such thing as being an inconspicuous drug dealer anymore. Hey, stand up and shout out who the fuck you are. Yeah. Represent that. Wear that lifestyle, player. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but it's changed. It has changed just like the progression of the professional athlete hair becoming famous with them. That's why I told you. You see some of these athletes coming to the league, and the choice must be made. What are we going to do with our hair? the first 2 years that a player is in the league, football and basketball really come to play. What we gonna do with this mop on our head? I mean, they're the first 2 years that a player is in the league in the NBA, they're trying to figure out what they're gonna do with their hair. That's some tough conversations to have. That's tough. That's tough. We know you want to do this, but if you perspire that much up top and you got to play 82 games, we got to talk. And some of these guys have just been going through the transformation of hairstyles that has been difficult to watch. Some been enjoyable, but other ones we're still out to eat on this one. So it kind of brings me up to date on this question here. These are the two hardest questions to deal with in the African-American, black man, black people neighborhood. Being bald or going gray. Wow. Now, when I say bald, I'm not talking about you shaving your head. I'm talking about when your hair just to say, I'm out. Now you can do it, but I'm out of here. I'm leaving. And it starts right here with the bowl, or it start in the front and the hairline get to moving back, or the edges just stop coming in. I mean, you got to make a real choice here if you dig your hair. Now you got to worry about your friends joining, the comeback. Are you prepared for that? Going gray, man, I ain't gonna never go. Damn that gray hair shit. You can't do nothing about the gray hair. It's coming no matter what. You cut it, it's gonna come back even faster. That's what she said. But those are tough, difficult choices to a black man. Should I go bald? What we gonna do with this gray hair? I think the gray hair now is in ever since the white ladies started using gray hair when they were 15 years old. And then black women started dyeing their hair gray when they turned 30. I think the gray hair is pretty much in right now for the men out there that have gray hair. I wish the hair would stop growing on my face. I really do. I mean, you cut it, it keeps coming back faster, stronger. I mean, no, impossible. No. I think before we go to Oklahoma, we're gonna do something right. We got to represent. But the hair wise, I mean, that's a tough choice though, man. I mean, people that have that hole in the roof, as I like to call it, that little sunroof right there, or they got the LeBron James starter kit about to happen. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, how fun and games are that's tough when you're about to lose your hair. I mean, it's not coming back. This is it. And to sit there and tell somebody, hey, maybe you just take all this off. I still don't understand why. The man came president goes to the barbershop with dedication. There's nothing left. I mean, if he starts to shave his head, I don't think nobody would even notice. But you hold on as long as you can to your hair. Now, as far as the gray hair thing, I'm hearing different sides just from everybody on gray hair. I think for the most part, I have maybe 5 friends over the age of 45 that dye their hair. Not on a regular basis, but just, little things here and there. I've tried it once. I didn't feel good about it. I really didn't. And it was no different. It made me look like, hey, I can go play ball again. We definitely know that's not going to happen. But the baldness versus turning gray, which one is the one that's like, hey, I can't do that. I can't do that. No, I can't. Now, as far as hair plugs and that mysterious grease everybody put in their hair, I'm not down with that shit. The moment the roof is about to open, we go. And I went bald I shaved my head from 95 to 97, 94 to 97, 94 to 97. I would shave my head every 3 days. And then when I moved to Carolina, I had to find a barber. And this thing got to operate in its own damn way. And lo and behold, booyah. I know we're going with the hair now. But seeing these television shows and movies and actual skits and sitcoms dealing with black men losing their hair or getting gray in their beard is hilarious to me. I think you ought to embrace the moment. Embrace it. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk at all on all levels right there. But going gray or ball, men, what do you think? What you gonna do? You keeping it? You gonna hold on no matter what? I played ball with a few men that didn't want to let go of the situation. Like you might wanna you might wanna, but they're not seeing that at all. They're not seeing it that way. They're seeing it a whole different way than anything else at all. What does it say right here? What's going on, my man Joe? Joe is in the building. Yeah, what's going on, Joe? What's going on? What's going on, good folks? But that's why I'm at right there on this whole hair thing. I mean, I'm looking at some of these NBA players. I'm like, wow. You can tell how long they've been in the league by their hairstyle. Trust me. Yeah, it's a lifestyle for real. Some of these hairstyles and some of these NBA players have. It is truly, truly, truly a lifestyle. If you look at some of these guys' hair, I mean, it is something else. You going gray, D? My man Raz say he going gray already. I'm not gonna lie. In the beginning, my first piece of gray hair came right here. Right here was my first piece of gray hair ever. Right there. I was like, wow. Didn't know what to think of it. I went to my barber. He said, "Hey, man, Dre, I like that. You don't want to dye that, do you?" I'm like, "Die? I'm not doing no such thing as that. Let's embrace the moment." So I had a little gray piece here in the goatee for about a good 4 years. But due to this game called softball, that shit got popping up every damn word the last 2 years of my career. So, but if you talk to older people, they have their own definition of why we get gray hair. And it's deep to listen to. It's knowledge. It's wisdom. But if you think about it, it's a lie. It's hereditary. Your male pattern baldness is hereditary. Your gray hair is hereditary. I played ball with a kid at 12 years old. This motherfucker had a full beard with gray in it. Hereditary. Everybody knew Leon from U City and Paysdale. Everybody knew him. Only man I knew with a curl and a full beard and chest hair. At 12. I would grow up that damn fast. This dude was grown. He didn't drink nothing, but he bought a lot of alcohol for us. Thank you, Leon. I know Leon out there in Paysdale, U City back in the day. I could only imagine what the hell Leon looked like now. If he had a full beard, facial hair, he had a unibrow, most texturized curl I've ever seen in my entire life. This dude was a grown-ass man at 12. That's unheard of. You know what? I wonder how old Leon really was for real back then. I mean, some things like, who? What? You don't see kids like that no more because they ain't putting steroids in the food no more. It's crazy. All the stuff that we knew was in food back then, we still ate it. It's weird, isn't it? We knew what was going to happen if we went in that club, but we still went in there. That's funny, ain't it? That's funny. And it's amazing the stuff we knew anyway, but we still went ahead with the moving forward right there. But how old were you when you got your first piece of gray hair or your first inclination, fuck, I'm going bald? What was it? What was it? How old were you? When you went in the mirror in the bathroom, like, oh, shit, they moving up out here. Or you went, oh, man, that gray hair, is that gray hair? Is that gray hair? Oh, man. When did it hit you? I mean, I'm glad it didn't hit me till late 30s. Not that I would have given a fuck if it would have happened before then, but I see how some people would just let losing their hair or getting gray hair, it bothers them. But it's okay. Your hair gave a great run. Now, if you didn't see the whole coming, or your barber wasn't truthful to you, or your best friend or your lover wasn't truthful to you, that's your problem. But for those of you that know, you know that was coming. I tried to tell a whole bunch of teammates, you know you're losing your hair, right? Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll let you know in a minute. I definitely tell you. Speaking of tell you, I got a TV show to tell you about. The Righteous Gemstones on HBO Max. You know, the new season is about to start this Sunday. So I binge watched the entire first season due to that boring ass football game that Alabama and Georgia showed us on New Year's Eve. I had to do something to give me entertainment because that surely didn't. And I tell you, religious shows about school teachers and close-knit families, they are fucking hilarious right now. They're on a whole new level. And there's a scene in The Righteous Gemstones that blows my mind. Not all religious families are living up to the Bible. We all know that. That's okay. That's not our issue. At least they're giving us something. They're trying, damn it. They try. And these guys go to Atlanta for a religious seminar. And things take a turn. You know, there's cocaine, there's titties, there's naked people, but it gets recorded. The guy gets blackmailed on it. He's trying to figure a way out of it. He tells everybody, delete everything, erase your shit. We're going to figure this out. Well, there's always one person that leaves their shit open. His wife finds out and tries to decode the messages. Said the ATL was lit. There's an emoji of squirting and all this. So the wife tells the other wife, we got to figure out because them motherfuckers are up to something. Does anybody know what ATL means? They don't have any idea that ATL means Atlanta. So he kind of confessed. He said, no. Let me break this down for you. ATL is a movie with T.I. We were talking about that. You talking about thinking quick on your feet. That's thinking quick on your feet. He said ATL is that movie with T.I. in it, huh? Listen. You got to see this TV show, man. It's on HBO Max. It's The Righteous Gemstones. If you watch Down and Out, you're going to love this show. Oh, man, this show is just, it's on a whole new level of, in the age of television evangelists, in the age of religion. If you've never seen the Tammy Faith story, if you don't know the story of the TV evangelists and didn't pay attention of it as you were growing up, boy, did you miss a lot. And the way that the documentaries and the movies have been coming about the TV evangelists, what you did know, what you didn't know, and what you need to know. Wow. But this show here, man, I'm telling you, it is hilarious. Oh, man. So today, we talked about, here on Montez at midday, we talked about in 1968, February 5th to February 9th, Johnny Carson's show was hosted for 1 week by Harry Belafonte. And there's a documentary called The Sit-In about it. And the guest list is amazing. And also we talked about the McDonald's All-American game here in St. Louis, October 2nd, 1995 at Kill Center. I want to find those internet investigators who solved the cat theory. The internet investigators that helped Patton Oswalt's wife solve the shot in the dark situation. I want to find out who had something to do with the stolen jerseys of the West team at the McDonald's All-American game in 1995 at Kill Center. Who knows something about that? There's somebody here locally that knows something. And we all know people in St. Louis can't keep a damn secret, because if that was the case, that Walmart incident with that bank heist would have never happened. Oh, too soon. I can't wait to that damn movie. Now, let those same actors of BMF playing that damn story. Now, that I will watch. A story that fucked up and crazy and so true needs to be told by bad actors. Give me the same crew from BMF. Let's do this whole ATM robbery here that happened in St. Louis. Oh, God. Oh, God. I'll watch that. How does somebody from BMF get a contract to be in another movie? What the? I can see me now signing up to be in a 50 Cent movie. Hi, put the gun down before I come in there and stab you in the eye. Nigga. That's basically what they're doing in BMF. Horrible acting. Oh, God, it's atrocious. Horrible. And I want to figure out who stole these jerseys. Who's with me? Who's with me? Who want to find out who stole these jerseys? I do. Now, if it's your relative or something like that, and they ain't that type of person no more, my bad. I'm not trying to get nobody to go to jail or nothing like that. I just want, how did y'all pull this off? I mean, back then, everybody knew somebody that worked at the Kill. And the Kill is close to what? The projects. Several of them. So there's opportunities there for somebody. But who was balls enough to wear the jersey to school the next week? See, that's that shit I want to know. You know, you ballsy enough to go in somebody's house and steal their shit, but to wear it in front of them, you too damn strong, dog. I want to know who was too damn strong, dog. That's going to be the name of the documentary. You too damn strong, dog. The McDonald's All-American documentary. Oh, man. Oh, I'd like to contact my man, Earl Austin Jr. on this one. All right, going gray versus bald when it comes to black men. Which one are you willing to do first? You want to go bald? You want gray hair first? Which one is it? Which one is it? It has to be out there for you. Which one is out there for you? Which one are you like, you know what? I can accept this. I can accept the consequences that are here with me. Because I think the longer you have a full head of hair, the more expensive it becomes. The less hair, you got all kind of opportunities. Look at all these hats out here, and I don't know any man that wears a hair wig. There may be some on TV, but as far as personally, no, not at all. Not at all. Oh man, for sure, for sure. What's up, my man? For sure. Thanks again for tuning in. But again, good people, don't forget to take a listing of the sponsors of the show by visiting the website, DreMontez.com. Also, you can make a donation to the show as well on there by hitting the donation button on the website. All donations would be greatly appreciated. And something that we're going to try this whole year, if you have an event coming up or something you want to promote or market, I'm giving you this platform here to do that. All you have to do is contact me. I will send you the information and bring you on the show. That way you get to talk about yourself, your project, your movement, or your cause. Courtesy of all the sponsors here of Montez at Midday and Who's to Blame, the podcast. Speaking of Who's to Blame, the podcast, don't forget to get caught up on all of the episodes of Who's to Blame, the podcast. You can get it if you're listening to podcasts on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, or Anchor, or wherever you get your podcast at. You can listen to Who's to Blame. I'm your host, Dre Montez. Well, on this way back Wednesday edition of the show, it was fun thinking about the days of yesteryear. Oh, the 80s and the 90s. Those were fun times right there, especially this time of year, the beginning of the year. You're back in school? Yeah, usually we're back in school now. Yeah, we're back in school now. Everybody's still talking about what happened over Christmas break and for New Year's, who wearing their second half clothing for the school year. Second half clothing in school was a good push for you to close out the school year on a top note. Yeah, this is when you got your second half of clothing right here for Christmas break. Let's go. Now you get to go to school all G'd up out there. Stay G'd up. Well, good folks, good people. I'm going to let you get out of here and enjoy the rest of your day. I'm going to try to do the same thing and see what we got to say, got to do, want to do, should be doing, will be doing. No matter what, click it in, click it out. Montez at midday. What? Montez at midday. Check it out, good people. And until next time, We'll holler at you. Yeah, we're gonna what? We're gonna